Hello, I'm really excited today to share with you some information about Convercent's process of investigation training. Our training will teach you how to conduct proper and effective workplace investigation. Before we get started, I do want to share a little bit of information about myself. My name is Autumn Lowry, and I manage our team of investigations here at Convercent. I have my master's degree in forensic psychology and have worked for the company for over 6 years. My expertise includes conducting third-party workplace investigations on topics such as harassment, discrimination, fraud, retaliation, and workplace violence threat assessment. I also conduct trainings for corporations. I would also like to introduce to you the trainer who provides and teaches our process of investigation training, Ricky Bennett. Ricky heads up the training division here at Convercent and has an advanced degree in human resources. Ricky has been providing training services for corporations and government entities for the past several years. The process of investigation training will review 5 modules over a 2-day period. The first day will cover the fundamentals of fact-finding and the methods of investigation, with a review of a fraud case study. The second day will kick off with an in-depth look at the 7 phases to our process of investigation. The process will have an emphasis on how to conduct employee interviews, and the day will end with a review of legal considerations and tips on how to avoid litigation for your organization. Our first module that will be reviewed is the fundamentals of fact-finding. Our words are very powerful, and it's important to set up your conversation using soft words that don't elicit a negative reaction. In the fundamentals of fact-finding, we will discuss common terminology and teach attendees how to use their words in the most beneficial manner. For example, when we use words such as interview, interrogation, investigation, that could elicit certain responses from individuals and kind of put them on guard. We prefer to take the softer approach of using words such as conversation or that we're looking into some employee concerns. This section will also review the 5 elements of a successful investigation that are essential to have in place prior to beginning any investigation. While looking at these elements, you will learn how to create meaningful case-specific objectives to ensure that everyone in your organization has insight into what your plan is for the investigation and that you can lawfully execute it. The second module will discuss the most common means by which workplace offenses are discovered and our methods of investigation. Attendees will examine in detail 6 of the 8 methods of investigation. We'll not spend too much time on search warrants and grand juries, as those are methods that are typically used only in the public sector. We will teach you which methods are best to use as aids in different kinds of investigations. Whether you're looking into a theft, fraud, discrimination, or even workplace violence, each method has pros and cons to consider. We will provide detailed information and case examples outlining each method with a particular emphasis on interviewing techniques. Convercent takes a phasal approach to conducting employee interviews. While reviewing the different interview phases, you will learn how to start and finish each interview in a professional and safe manner. We will discuss the difference between an administrative and investigative interview. Attendees will also analyze the phases of interviews and how to use each to your advantage when attempting to elicit the most honest and accurate information from your subjects. Lastly, you will learn how to consistently obtain written or oral admissions and how to recognize deception during your interviews. The third module will review the process of investigation. This process is a proprietary method developed by our company's co-founder, Gene Ferraro. Our process has been taught and is being used in thousands of public and private sector investigations across the United States. The second day will begin with an in-depth examination of the 7 phases of investigation. We believe every investigation should follow these phases every time to ensure a consistent approach to reach reasonable conclusions. All the while, the investigator can protect the organization in the case of future litigation. During this module, we'll walk you through each phase, beginning from the point of assessment of a complaint through how to apply the different methods of investigation and effectively make credibility determinations when necessary. We will also teach you how to prepare and deliver a proper debrief in both oral and written formats. This module will end with teaching attendees some prevention and education so that they can ensure similar incidents don't happen in their organization in the future. We will wrap up the second day focusing on potential legal liabilities to consider during the course of an investigation and teach you how to overcome these liabilities. Additionally, there will be case studies presented throughout the 2 days and opportunities for role play so that you can apply all the information that we're teaching you. Thank you so much for letting me take a few minutes to share some information about Convercent's process of investigation training. We're really excited and would be happy for you to join any of our trainings across the U.S. For more information, you can email questions to pli@convercent.com. You can also check out our website for registration at convercent.com. Thank you.